Okay, let's roll into our post race for tonight's NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race. And our third place finisher is Kyle Busch. He drove the number 18 Snickers Bites Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. And Kyle, talk about the run out there this evening for your race team.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, obviously, I felt like we had a really, really fast race car. The Snickers Bites Camry was awesome. Probably the best car here. Just, ran up front most of the night and had really good runs through the segments there. We won 2 of them, and average finish-wise, we were right there with Kurt, but he beat us out a little bit. But ultimately, it came down to pit road, and, where my guys always prove their worth. Unfortunately, tonight we didn't have the best of stops and come out third, and that was the race right there. You got to be on the front row if you're going to win this thing. And, unfortunately there on the restart, just getting side drafted and sucked around and hit from behind and loose and everything else. Just I had to finally get straight and get everybody off me to be able to race. And then once I could do that, I could go forward. So just another missed opportunity here with the best car with me behind the wheel and come home without a win.
Our second place finisher is Joey Logano. He drives the number 22 Pennzoil Ford for Penske Racing. And Joey, just talk about how you thought things went out there this evening and how you thought things stacked up there that last 10 laps for you.
It was entertaining, to say the least. I thought all my guys did a great job calling the race, keeping that average finish up. I felt like we were a 5th to 6th place car in the beginning part of the race, and then we just needed track position, and I felt like if we got our track position, we could run decent. So we averaged up, I think we averaged 5th, and then we came down pit road, beat 1 car out, which put us in the 2nd row, and back in my mind, before the race started, I felt like I needed to be in the 2nd row with 10 to go to at least have a shot at this thing. So my guys, they got me what I needed there, and then it was up to me to make the most of what I had, and I gave it everything I had. It's just the 48 was really, really fast. Once he got that clean air, he was gone, and we gave it all we had. All I can do is really hope for a caution and try to stack everything up and give it one more shot. But second, nothing to hang our head down, but it doesn't mean much when there's no points. It's all about the $1 million tonight.
Questions for Joey or Kyle? Raise your hand. We'll get your wireless. Any questions for Joey or Kyle? Anybody? David Caravello, get him a mic, please.
Guys, how much do you think what we saw tonight, looking forward to next week, the teams and drivers we saw tonight, are they going to be the same ones we're going to look at in the 600, or because it was such a short segment race, is it totally different?
I think relatively you'll see some of the same players, but I felt like we saw a lot of players tonight. I think we saw about 5 or 6, so certainly Kurt and I winning the segments, but Jimmy coming from that far back and winning the overall deal. He's a car. Joey finishing 2nd. They had a strong night. You could look at the 5. 5 was up there. He had a good average, and I don't know what was going on behind that. That's probably my picks.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to come back and try to be better, including ourselves, but I would assume you're going to have similar hitters up there, just like you do every other week.
Other questions? Anybody else? We'll take 1 or 2 more. Anybody?